Genius. Hey, in this video I want to talk about long-form sales copy. In the long-form sales copy, there are 4 elements and 4 sections, and in this video I just want to talk about 4 elements that make up the long-form sales copy. So the big 4 should be woven into virtually every line of the copy. Those 4 components will be new, easy, safe, and big. New. Why new? Because new offers a hope. Hope that finally the one thing that they have been searching for is in front of them. They tell the reader, you actually have not seen this before. Keep reading to discover what it is. So there are some of the powers for the new: breakthrough, revolutionary, discovery, game-changing, disruptive, announcing, revealed, breaking. Some of the examples are as follows. Dear reader, hello, I'm the Dr. Kent Moores. I'm reaching out to you today with a huge profit opportunity the likes of which has only been seen twice in history. And the last time was more than a century ago. The key to this opportunity is a world-changing new liquid that's being pumped into possession of the unmarked tanker trucks right now. And alter egos of the new is only. So only amplifies new, meaning this is different. Powers for only will be something like exclusive, patented, only here, proprietary. Examples are as follows. Dear reader, see this document I'm holding in my hand? It is called the Pre-IPO Prospectus. It's the only document in the world that contains the details of pre-IPO strategies that could help you make a fortune from this private company's explosive growth before it goes public. Right away, you notice that we established that this is a brand new opportunity that only available through us. This is the always alter ego. Next component of the sales copy is easy. Why easy? Because copywriters only need to concern themselves when writing copy to people who want an easy, work-free solutions to their problem. You can easily grasp the easy emotion. Folks want push-button solutions, or they want a single, simple trick to 10x their result. And there are 2 reasons for this. Because they are lazy. You can reduce the reader's workload and play into their laziness by making the solutions take very little time, such as 6-minute apps. You can either do this by creating a system, or step-by solution, or by making a push button. Second reason why they are doing this is because they are insecure. New emotions, there is a chance that your prospect has tried something similar to what you're offering now, and it had failed them. Maybe they blame the product they bought, but maybe at a deeper level they blame themselves, such as, I'm not smart enough, I'm not rich enough, I'm too ugly, too short, too fat, too bald, too old, too weak. So you can use these easy emotions to mitigate those self-talk. Anybody is alter ego of the easy. Why? Because when you converted anybody can do XYZ, you are conveying that process has been dumbed down for lowest common denominator. Even though people may think they are bad at something, they never believe that they are dumbest or worst person on the planet. So you can use this by not statement. What not statement do in this context is to provide the reader with a certainty that the solutions is not too difficult for them. The reader doesn't have to do any real work and they are already overqualified. And there are 2 purposes of not statement. First, it builds intrigue. Let's look at this following example. Use this when your reader might think they know what you are talking about already, but then you say, I can easily help you get apps in 6 days with this breakthrough technique. It's not muscle confusion, it's not powerlifting, and it's not cardio. You want your reader left thinking, well then, what is it then? Next reason to use this what not statement is to convey easy and anybody. such as you can earn $1,000 a week in passive income starting next Monday, and you don't have to be a financial genius or even have finished high school. You don't have to have any coding or web experience. You could get started in next 5 minutes with nothing but an internet connections. And you don't have to have a lot of money. All you need is $10. These solutions will not require work from you, and it's not too complicated to be beyond your reach. You can do this. That's how you make the what not statement. And next thing that you want to look at is a power word of the safe, such as easy, anybody, simple, 1, 2, 3 list, push button, automatic, foolproof, step by step, system. All you have to do is, all you need to do, simply follow the steps, not statement. You don't need. Examples of these alter egos and this easy statement as follows. Now you are 7,800 richer over 3-week period, all because of the S&P 500 went down in the direction it was expected to do. And again, all you needed to do was place a middleman trade. To do this, you'd have to place a special and very obscure options play on the S&P, which as you know is not a stock but rather the heartbeat of the market itself. To me, this is easy money. It doesn't get any easier than this. And as you can see this copy, the copywriter directly states that this is easy. Let's look at the next example. But in just few minutes, you could be one of the lucky few who will get their hands on the pre-IPO prospectus. Inside this independent research document, you will learn all the details of this exciting project and see how you can invest in the groundbreaking technology behind it. Before this startup goes public, you don't have to be an accredited investor or have a lot of money. You don't have to be a stock expert or even have any investing experience at all. But you need to act fast. I expect by end of the day, all the 945 pre-IPO prospectus have be gone. And as you can see this copy, a copywriter is taking the most common hurdles a reader might bring up immediately or knocking them out line by line. They are letting them know anybody, literally anybody, can do this. So enough for this. Let us look at the next component of the 4 big components of the copy, which is safe. Why do we have to use the safe side from this copy? Because skepticism makes a copywriter's job more difficult, but a smart copywriter can fight that skepticism with the right tools. When folks deem something as safe, they automatically attribute higher value to that benefits. So you do this by risk aversion. People would rather avoid a loss than a personal gain. Your reader is very much invested in eliminating as much risk as possible. So, safe emotion serves 2 goals. First, it makes the reader less skeptical about your offer, thereby making the reader more open to the idea of buying. Second, by reducing risk, safe automatically increases the reader's perceived value of your offer, because studies have shown that things people perceive as less risky are perceived as more valuable. Predictable is an alter ego of safe. It shows the pattern inside credibility, track record, testimonials, case studies, success stories, whatnot, demonstrates that XYZ result is more predictable. The last time something like A happened in history, B was the result. Let's look at the example. In 2005, Company A stock dropped 800 points and then Company A hired CEO Frank. Then, investor in Company A made $10 million in 48 hours. Today, Company B stocks just dropped 800 points and guess who they hired as the CEO? That's right, CEO Frank. You already know what's bound to happen next for Company B's investor in just a matter of time. As you can see this exact copy, if you can set up a pattern to be obvious and then letting the reader predict or infer what will happen next, like in the made up example above, will stock the predictable. And here are some examples of the power that you can use. Safe and predictable. Happened before. Predictable, safe. History is repeating itself, just like what we've seen before. Again, the last time this happened. Then all this together, let's look at the example. Now, you are 7,800 richer over a 3-week period, all because the S&P went down in the direction it was expected to. And again, all you needed to do was place a middleman trade. To do this, you'd have to place a special and very obscure options play on S&P, which as you know is not a stock, but rather a heartbeat of the market itself. To me, this is easy money. It doesn't get any easier than this. Is there a risk? Sure. Whenever you are dealing with the markets, you can always lose. As I told you just a minute ago, the master algorithm knows with a 93% certainty which direction the S&P is going in, 1 week in advance. But if the S&P doesn't go in the direction of the following week, it won't enter the money zone and you won't get paid. Next and last component of the 4 will be big. What is a big? Big generally refers to size of the opportunity at hand. This emotion communicates that the opportunity in front of the reader is extremely important, groundbreaking, and rewarding. Big is probably the most abstract emotion of 4. Big is important because it demands attention, it infers change, and that is usually why someone reads your copy. Big works especially well when coupled with the fear of missing out. Do you want to miss out on a chance to invest in the next Google, Amazon, Facebook? Because that's how much money is at stake. The reader might feel, wow, that's pretty big, I should pay attention. Fast is the alter ego of a big. For example, I'm pretty sure you've seen the copies that says like, this single thing can improve your life 10,000%. This single thing can improve your life 10,000% overnight. It's great to see your money grow 10,000%. To see your strength improve 10,000%. To see your skin look 10,000% skilled here and younger. But what's better than those big changes? All of the stuff in a matter of seconds, minutes and days, not years. Powers of big and fast are as following. Big, fast, monster, huge, once in a lifetime, quickly, overnight, weekly. And all boiled down that list to our looking at the examples. Let's look at this first one. It's pretty long, but let's look at it. And when it comes to growth, nobody comes even close to the startup. That's why Tech Magazine Inc. says it's quite possibly the fastest growing private company ever. Business Insider calls it the most valuable startup in US and across the globe. And Time Magazine called it the world's fastest growing startup and the defining technology success story of this era. And it's growing faster than Google. It's growing 3 times faster than Facebook. It's growing even faster than Amazon. And we know these companies all made a lot of people overnight millionaires. In fact, Jeff Bezos, the founder of Amazon himself, says if you have invested in Amazon before in public, you'd have made 70,000 times your money. Meaning, a measly $1,000 investment could have turned into 70 million. But you had to get in positions before the IPO. Because look at Amazon now, it trades at over $1,000 per share. In order to just make 2 times your money, the sucker would have to go up $1,000 more. That could take around, an entire century. But if you have been among the lucky few investors who moved fast before Amazon went public, you'd set for life. Taking orders from nobody, enjoying the perks of what some people would call it a FU money. Like I say, the private company I'm sharing with you today is growing even faster than Amazon. It had poured billions into some accredited investors' account already. That is why you need to act fast, because Silicon Valley insiders are getting richer with each passing day. It is big, worth millions. It's growing faster than the biggest companies, and other people are already getting rich. Fear of missing out is what is being seen in this copy. Let's look at the next example. It starts by saying, "Dear reader, hello, I'm Dr. Ken Moores. I'm reaching out to you today with a huge profit opportunity, the likes of which has always been seen twice in history. And the last time was more than a century ago. The key to this opportunity is a world-changing new liquid that is being pumped into the procession of the unmarked tanker trucks right now. Even as you read this, these trucks are rolling out of small American company's nondescript yet highly secure production facility in the Midwest. Why all the secrecy and security? I'll explain it fully in just a moment. But the crux of it is that this tiny company has pioneered an incredible new polymorphic substance. And the substance is about to transform dozens of global industries worth at least $3.1 trillion per year. In the history of human commerce, this is by far the biggest combined market ever targeted by a single company. As you can see in this copy, you can read the lines of something like huge profit opportunity, only seen twice in history, world-changing, by far the biggest, and even as you read this, indicates that it's happening now without your knowledge, tickling the FOMO trigger.